This question asks, which documents are usually the most frustrating or most difficult for our clients to obtain as pertaining to the Medicaid application process, right? As part of when our firm is hired to apply for Medicaid ICP benefits, which pays for nursing home care, Medicaid waiver benefits, which helps pay for assisted living facility care or home health care, or QMB benefits, which provides a little bit of extra cash and pays for copays and prescriptions and deductibles, medical deductibles, and things like that. Um, what causes our clients frustrations? That's really what we're talking about. Because the reality is, when we're hired, we can't get everything for you, meaning we give you a checklist of documents that you need to procure for us, right? There's things like bank statements that we can't go to your banker and request these documents. You have to do it, right? Or you log in and download statements. So there are things like that we need our clients' help. And then once we get everything, we kind of take over and do all the heavy lifting and deal with the government agencies and submit the application and deal with those headaches. However, the documents that typically cause our clients the most frustrations are the following. First is you always have to prove your income from the source. What I mean by that is Medicaid will not accept a bank statement which shows an incoming transfer from Social Security Administration, right? You can go, oh, look, there's my income. It's right there on my bank statement. Why isn't that good enough? And the answer is it's just not. Medicaid wants to see proof of income from the source, which means in the case of Social Security income or Social Security disability payments, they want to see the statement that you get once a year. And Social Security does send it out once a year that says, Mrs. Jane Smith, at address such and such, you are receiving this amount in gross total benefits. Typically, what you also see is in that same statement, it shows how much they are deducting for Medicare Part B benefits, and occasionally you see other deductions as well. But Medicare Part B is what you typically see deducted. And this really is the reason why Medicaid doesn't trust bank statements, because they need gross income amounts, meaning they need to see how much you're due before anything is deducted. So sometimes people say, well, I don't have that Social Security statement. And I say, well, you need to go get one. And there are ways to do that. Typically, you can set up an account online. And we can put a link in the show notes that talk about how to do that. It's myssa.gov, something like that, or socialsecuritybenefits.gov. And you can create an account. You can download a benefits verification letter that will break down your income from Social Security. If you can't do that, sometimes, unfortunately, you're going down to your local Social Security office to get it, or you're calling them and requesting that they mail you a statement, right? There's multiple ways of doing that. Next most frustrating document also relates to income, which is pension statements. Again, Medicaid doesn't take your word for it. They don't accept bank statements. If you receive a pension from your job, they want to see something from the pension administration company or the financial advisor that runs the pension saying, here's exactly the pension that you're due. Here's how much we deposit into your account, and with any deductions if there are any. So again, something on the pension company's letterhead. Where this is particularly frustrating and maybe even especially difficult is when people get pensions from foreign countries, right? Then they got to go to some government agency in Europe, perhaps. We dealt with that just a couple weeks ago, and listen, the client got it, but it's a pain in the butt. There's no easy way about it. If you don't have it, you got to get it. Okay. So what else? I would say that our clients sometimes get frustrated because we often are asking for updated bank statements, right? With the waiver program, especially, you're on the wait list for a little while. And I think we do a very good job of reducing the amount of time people spend on that wait list. But still, we don't know exactly when we're going to be submitting an application. And when we get you off that wait list, we're going to say, usually we need the last 3 months of updated bank statements. So you're going to go log into your bank account. You're going to get us the last 3 months of bank statements. If you're in the middle of the month, people go, well, there's no bank statement available. That's okay. You download what's called a transaction history, right? But something that shows your account number and your name and all the transactions that have taken place within that month to date is going to be sufficient as well. What's not acceptable is screenshots. A lot of people will go on their mobile banking app, take a screenshot, and typically that doesn't have enough identifying information. It doesn't have the account number right on it. It doesn't have the person's name right on it. And so we can't prove that this is actually what's in your account. That's why we need a printout of some kind. So those are what we typically see driving our clients a little bit crazy, is trying to get this information. And we often try to emphasize is, especially when there's a waiting list, I said, listen, go try to get this stuff now so that we have, it's less work for you to do later. But when our clients sign up with us, we give them a checklist, and we're very, very good about following up with the clients and getting everything that we need. And we only accept items that are going to be acceptable to DCF. Again, that's not to annoy you, that's not to frustrate you, that's because we want to submit a complete application. That's because we want to limit the roadblocks that could potentially get in your way to a successful approval. And if you're anywhere in the state of Florida, please give us a call. You can email the number that you see on your screen, or you can call the number you see on your screen, or email scheduling@elderneedslaw.com, or go on our website, fill out a contact us form, and we look forward to serving you anywhere throughout the state of Florida. Thank you very much.